the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Vanes, you want to take us through? I hate to ask, but...
No, I was prepared for a different Gennady. He showed up different. I think I thought he was going to put more pressure and, you know, come forward a lot. He actually showed a little bit of boxing skills today. He surprised me. You know, the ring rust had a lot to do with it. I've been off for 2 years. And man, what a hell of a fighter he is, man. He is really good, and he has a really good team, and I respect him.
Kevin?
Vanes, you landed a few good shots on there. You a couple in the first round, and then right before the knockout, you had a pretty good combination. Even though the fight ended early, do you feel like, you know, given what you were able to land, that you maybe did, you know, acquitted yourself by connecting with some good punches?
Well, they just told me that, you know, I'm the hardest puncher that landed a punch. He felt it. You know, in defeat, you know, you got, as fighters, you know, we fight just one-on-one. You know, it's not like a basketball team. You get an off day, you know, you could substitute another player. It just isn't my night, and man, Gennady's a hell of a puncher. Every punch was the same power, and that surprised me. But what surprised me the most was I thought he would come more forward, you know, pump the jab, and I was waiting for something else, and he showed up a completely different fighter.
Go ahead.
Vanes, you've been inactive for 2 years. Your last fight was in May of 2016. Do you believe if you had been active would have been a different outcome to this fight?
I think so. I think it would have been better. I could have shown, my ring rust my timing was off, as you see, when I was trying to land the right hand. My timing was off. We only had 2 weeks. We were in good shape to go 12 rounds, but the timing just wasn't there. You know, the ring rust shows, you know, being a fighter, you got to stay active, and, you know, the 2 years really did affect me.
You said before that you're going to slog with him. You're going to go forward. If you can do it again, would you do it differently now?
A little bit, you know. I try to box him a little bit more. The thing is, like I said, you know, going into this fight, I wanted to see what this man had, and I told him if he gets me, I'll respect him. You know, I'm a fighter, and if you ask me to fight him right now again, I'll fight him again. It's not about, you know, winning or losing. I'm a fighter, and I was born a fighter, and I just want to keep fighting. But he did surprise me a lot. You know, his power. You know, I wanted to see what he had, and like I said, I would give him props if he gets me, and he got me. And Gennady's a hell of a fighter, and he has a really good team from from his promoter to his coaches. They have an excellent team.
Obviously, this was a short time for you to prepare. And what will you say to the next contender for Golovkin? Perhaps Canelo Alvarez.
You know, Canelo has a lot to prove. I see why he's eating that kind of meat, because I see why he's trying to get the extra edge. You know, the man is the real deal. I mean, 36 years old and he's still fighting like that. You know, he is the real deal. I mean, I've faced a lot of fighters in the gym. I've actually sparred with heavyweights, cruiserweights. Every single power he landed, every single shot was the same power, and that kind of got me. And he is, you know, like my coach had a different game plan. He wanted me to box more and move to the right. But just the fighter in me, I just wanted to see what the guy had, you know. I went inside to brawl with the guy, and, you know, he got me good for him.
So what will you say to Canelo then, if that's the case?
Just, run. run.
How good is Golovkin in comparison to all those other top-level fighters you fought?
If you see, what surprised me honestly is you know, people say, you know, the last 2 fights when he fought Danny and then when he fought Canelo, people were saying, you know, he's declining, and I said the guy still has the O on his record, so why would he be declining? As long as he doesn't have a loss on his record, he's not declining. Just because styles make fights, you know. Danny came into the fight. I feel like those guys that came into the fight, like Canelo and Danny, I feel like they came to go 12 rounds. They didn't come to really win the fight. They just wanted to go 12 rounds to show the world they can go 12 rounds. Danny actually did a really good job. Canelo ran from Gennady. I think if Canelo stayed in front of Gennady, he would get knocked out cold. Gennady, like I said, I congratulated him. He told me, you know, his team are telling me that he says that, you know, I'm one of the hardest punches he's faced. And that guy hits like a train, and every single punch is like a train. I mean, you can't stop the guy. He's a machine. I mean, he's really good.
People has to get 3 sparring partners instead of 1. There's a reason for that. So, but you know, as a fighter, he wanted to engage in there, and he did. He wanted to show with a short amount of time, you know, preparing, he could still show his courage and heart. You know, maybe people will give him the credit, and he could be back on HBO, and he did that. I think Vanes showed his heart today. You know, I believe that he should keep his head up, and he did great. But of course, I would want him to box and move, and for us to have a chance, you know, to get a decision, for him to catch him in the later rounds, drop him, you know, see if Kennedy is 36 years old and does slow down within the rounds. I wanted him to move. I said, don't get too excited. You caught him in the first round. Move and box, you know, a little bit. Use your legs. Vanes got great legs, but, you know, he's Armenian and hot-blooded, and I think when he gets hit, he wants to bang it out. So that's what happened.
All right, we're going to let Vanes go. We have Cecilia coming in a second.
Vanes, before you go, I just want to say a few words because I appreciate everything that you said. You know, you spoke from the heart, and so did Edmund. And, you know, I really have to commend Edmund and Vanes. You know, we were under the gun when we were on a very short time frame, and Don King called me, and there was no hesitation. He said Vanes wanted to fight. I have a relationship with Edmund from before, and I texted him. He said, yeah, Vanes is ready to go. He's been training. He was the favorite to beat Zaleski, who just fought Danny Jacobs last week. So he had been in training camp. He had a couple fights fall out. Vanes was very hungry, and Gennady has more respect for the way Vanes fought, because he really fought. As Edmund hit it right on the head, there's a way, you know, to fight, and there's a way to survive. And we felt the last two opponents for Triple G, who went 12 rounds, really fought to survive. Very safety first. And, you know, Gennady respects what Vanes did in the ring. Vanes came out to fight, hit Gennady a few times in the first round, and, you know, he made it a fight. He made it an entertaining fight. You know, Vanes, I'm sure, could have ran for 12 rounds as well, and it would have been an unattractive fight that didn't capture anyone's attention. And this was an exciting fight, really fitting for Cinco de Mayo, for the fans out here at the StubHub Center.
No other sight in the game could see the boxing voice.